Hi guys, welcome back. It's Amanda, and today I'm going to do a 12 by 12 inch canvas in blue and gray because they're my dad's favorite colors. And though it won't be done for Father's Day because it's already Sunday, Father's Day. It's 1:30 in the morning, but I can show it to him tomorrow and tell him it's his Father's Day present and that he can have it when it's varnished, and that will be just fine. I think I'm going to use the hairdryer again today. My Dutch pours aren't technically really Dutch pours. I use the hairdryer, but I try to cover my canvas as much as possible because I just like that in my paintings. Whenever I look at Dutch pours that just have a lot of negative space and the really pretty designs, I really love them whenever I look at other artists that do a traditional Dutch pour, but that's not my style. I want to cover my canvas, so I do my best to do that. To start out, I'm going to hold on and open my paints. Okay, to start with, I'm going to do just a touch of Payne's Gray. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a puddle or if I want to do something different. I'd like to do something different, but I'm afraid that it won't work out, and since this is a gift, I'm going to go with the puddle, and then next time maybe I'll do something different. I have a lot of colors, so I'm not going to use as much paint, I don't think, of each of my colors. I did some Payne's Gray and some silver, and I would really like to line these up somewhere, but not over here where my light is. Payne's Gray, silver. This is some of my iridescent ultramarine blue that I mixed up with ultramarine blue and iridescent white. And then I will add a little bit of titanium white. Whoops, that has just a touch of red from the lid still. Whoops. Oh well, that'll be okay. And then I want to do some sky blue. No, sorry. Some cobalt. And then I want some iridescent white. And then I want to do some phthalo blue with coconut milk hair serum. And then I want some gray, some neutral gray. My dad's favorite colors are blue and gray. So that's why we're doing some blue and some gray. And now I want sky blue. Whoops. And some more gray. No, some more silver. And then just a touch of these pearlescent colors from Arteza. That was Pearl Sky Blue and some gray. And some Pearl Electric Blue. And some gray. And I used the level and perfectly level my canvas when I started out, but I think part of it has to do with where the weight of your paint sits when you squirt it out. Put a little bit of silver on that too. And then a little bit more of the ultramarine with the iridescent white and some gray. And some cerulean, which is the only one I haven't used yet. And then, let's see. We use just a touch of iridescent white. And then some more, maybe Payne's gray. Just a touch, because that's really dark. It's a little bit dark for my taste. A little bit more phthalo blue with the coconut milk hair serum. Some more gray, neutral gray. And some more sky blue. And some silver. There's no order in my mind to this, just whatever I feel like in the moment. Some silver. That one was pearl electric blue, and this is pearl sky blue. And I think that's it. Maybe just add, I know what I'll do. That's it. I'll be back in just a second to do my ring around and blow it in. Hold on. Okay, and I am back, and I want to torch just a second. No, I want to do I'll torch first. I'm hoping that this is enough paint. I've been using too much paint lately, and so it's just been looking like a flip cup in the end. I'm hoping this is enough. But what I'm going to do is, first I want to, let's see. First I want to put some silver around. And then I want to put some gray around on top of that silver. Maybe I should have put the silver on top of the gray. And then what I want to do is my titanium white around. I'll just put it around with that. And hold on, I want to stretch it back this way just a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to be fine on paint. This one is white with a little bit of silicone, and I want to do a little bit of a swirl, a little bit of a spiral. Okay, now I'll move the paint and I'll be right back. Now I'm back with my hair dryer, and we'll just blow it out and see what happens. I want to make sure you're still recording because I don't have my charging case today. I just have my camera, okay, or my phone, which sometimes eats the battery really fast. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, sometimes I blow it in too much. I did spray myself with that time. Sometimes I blow it in too much, and I think maybe that's what muddies it a little bit. That looks really cool right now. I don't care about it being on my shirt. I just didn't want to have it on the bench here. Now let me torch. Sometimes I blow it in too much, and I think that helps, that makes it muddy a little bit too much, like what I've done with my red ones lately. But this time I didn't want to blow it in a whole lot. That looks really cool like that. I could tilt it like I did in my last video with the red one that turned out pretty nice. But I'm going to go full Dutch pour because my dad has really liked my Dutch pour paintings lately, I think. He seems like he has. He says he likes them, so we'll see. I'm just debating on which way to go first. Okay, hold on one second. I heard some parchment paper fall that had some drying paint skins. And I wanted to make sure it didn't get on anything. Now, I really like this. I've been pushing myself so much to do all the corners and all the sides, and leaving sections white bothers me. But whenever I blow it too much, it makes it not give me the wispy edges that I like. So I think I'm just going to leave it. I might be able to squeeze this paint in on this corner. No, I'll just maybe squeeze the paint on this corner. Hold on. And this one, since it's almost done, squeeze this corner. Whoops. But this corner is empty and that corner is more empty. But I'll just leave it that way. I'd like to try to blow the paint over it, but I would like to also leave the design that I have. Give me just a second to wash my hands. Okay, and part of me wants to do something and cover that, but a lot of me is screaming, leave it alone. The white part bothers me. The negative space bothers me. But trying to leave it alone. We're going to torch and see if any more of that silicone or any of the metallics have any reaction to the heat. Okay, and I want to check this side. This corner down here doesn't bother me as much. I could fix that, like cover that with drips if I wanted. That corner bugs me. But I don't want to over spread it so that it makes it not... I like these wispy edges that I can see here. And I'm afraid if I did anything else, I would mess it up. I could put just a little bit more paint down and blow it, I guess. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone because I really like it. I'm just going to sit here and watch it develop just a tiny bit. Kind of want to scrape underneath so that it stops dripping. Messing up the paint skins underneath when I do this. I've recently been doing paint skin jewelry, and so now I think about the paint that's laying down there and think of it, look at it for what kind of necklaces I could make out of it, but whenever I scrape, I end up putting more paint into them. I like it. I hope my dad likes it. I can see just a very touch of darkness in some spots that were from that just very couple of touches of Payne's Gray that I added. So I like that. Added a little bit of depth. I like it. I like the wispy edges. So I was trying not to use too much paint so that it didn't muddy too much. I was trying to get the wispy edges that I got in my first few that I haven't gotten in my last ones where I've used too much paint. I'd like to find a happy medium where I can get all of the corners and all of the sides and still have the wispy look. So I need just a little bit more paint than what I used today and a little bit less paint than what I used the last couple of times. So I'll figure it out eventually. I hope the negative space doesn't bother my dad, but I think if I did any more to it, it would ruin the design, and I like the design. So I will torch again to try to see if I can activate anything. Any of the metallics or the silicone or the coconut milk hair serum. I do have some cells, so I like that. I like the firework look of it. Looks like, reminds me of like a center, it's like a color burst from the center. Makes me, and it's almost Independence Day here in the United States. So people have been letting off fireworks in the neighborhood, and so I have fireworks on the brain. It reminds me of a firework. And I'm just waiting to see if anything develops. I might cut a little bit of this out. I am getting more cells popping up. Torch one more time. I don't see any more bubbles popping. So I think that's it. I like it the way that I'm looking at it, but it may be cool the way you're looking at it too. You're always upside down to me. I will show you a close-up from my side in just a little bit. It'll be just a second for you after the end of this video, and I hope my dad likes it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks as always for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos with anyone who you think may be interested. And let me know what you think about the negative space on a couple of the corners that bug the crap out of me. Do they bother you? Do you like having more negative space? Should I do less paint and have more negative space? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It is developing more and more over time, so I will get you a close-up pretty soon, and then I will try to add another one later before I publish this video so you can see how it's developed over time. I really like all of these colors together, and I personally am not a fan of gray, but my dad likes blue and gray. He might have liked more of the darker shade and less of the lighter shade. I don't know. We'll see what he thinks. But anyway, gray's not, I do not like gray. And for the longest time, I did not have neutral gray paint until my niece started visiting some and painting with me, and she always wants neutral gray, and I never have it. So I finally got some, and it really adds some dimension and shape and some details to this painting. So I'm glad that I used it. And I will stop rattling on and show you the close-up. Bye! Okay guys, as always, I will show you the close-up from my side of the table. And I'll go in and show you some of the details on this one. I really love that I finally got the wispy edges back. And I like the cells around the edges too, and in the center. I like cells and wispy edges all together. And I like the way that the colors played together. this time. I think maybe I could use a little bit more paint so that I could get to all of the edges. See, that blended a lot more where I was trying to get that edge. That's one of those edges that is one of those edges that's not covered that bothers me a little bit, but I know that the traditional Dutch port does not have the edges covered, so it should be okay. I know I'm at an angle, I hope you can see. I don't want to get too close to the painting because I don't want, this to me looks like a person holding a large baby or a puppy or something. I don't want to get too close to it because I don't want to drop my phone in it. Ooh, that's really pretty. That looks like a woman in a dress. Or kind of eyes and a mouth. I don't know, but it looks like a woman in a dress to me. Yeah, I don't want to drop my phone in the wet painting, so I'm not going to get too close. I think part of the thing that gave me the look that I was going for with the wispy edges was that I didn't overblow it towards the center like I did the last couple of times. I think I could use a little bit, see, that's the big section that's not covered. But I don't want to mess it up by trying to do any more. But I think if I add a little bit more paint and don't overblow it in the center, then I can blow it out to all the edges. So I think I can find my happy medium. And that's it for the close-up, and I'll do another one in a couple of days before this video goes up so that you can see if it changes any. Thanks for watching. Bye!